Hijab-wearing CNN reporter describes Taliban terrorists chanting "Death to America" as friendly.
They're just chanting "Death to America," but they seem friendly at the same time.
Are you in special ed?
But they seem friendly at the same time.
I mean, are you?
Leave our compound, it's clear who is now in charge. Taliban fighters have flooded the capital. Smiling and victorious, they took this city of 6 million people in a matter of hours.
Walls where we're going to hang huge posters of religious leaders, anti-American slogans. We have a huge crane being brought in.
With all the arts they put into the work with the posters and the cars and the license plates and the wardrobe. Yeah, you told the car's ready, thank you.
As long as you guys aren't filming directly in, I don't think they'll make it.
But why would that even matter?
Because it's a closed set.
Yeah, but we're in public.
Yeah, I know, but it's to like a certain extent, you know.
Okay.
This is what a suicide van looks like.
Win time, let's go.
This is a sight I honestly thought I would never see. Scores of Taliban fighters, and just behind us, the U.S. Embassy compound.
Great job, everybody. Great job.
It's pretty great, right? Universal Studios backlot, European Street. Oh, your project isn't set in Europe? Well, you're in luck. Universal has numerous sound stages, ranging up to 30,000 square feet. You could turn those into anything.
To do is find all the different looks and locations. Just the lavish palaces and the government buildings.
We went out on the lot and we crashed a studio tour at Universal Studios Hollywood today. Check it out.
Look at those giant letters. We're in the lobby. Turner.
No, you see some this, what these people coming out of there.
This is New York City, and you might recognize it.
Yeah. See this law office right there?
Message to America right now.
America already spent enough time in Afghanistan. They need to leave, he tells us. They already lost lots of lives and lots of money.
But he said that's just how Arabic sounds, so don't worry about it. He loves them.
Inside, ordinary Afghans clamor to talk to us, struggling to process the dizzying speed of Kabul's fall.
Actually, I feel nothing right now.
That's a movie called Lunch Truck. It's coming out in theaters. Never.
People come up to them to pose for photographs. Some carry American weapons. They tell us they're here to maintain law and order.
Things are about to get a little bumpy, a little crazy in here.
Everything is under control. Everything will be fine, the commander says. Nobody should worry.
Okay, that scared me.
The extras, the chanting of Allahu Akbar, the lighting, it's just very, everyone on the set tonight has a very intense energy. It's really amazing. We're feeling it.
We're gonna die!
Sit down and have fun! Just sit down and have fun, damn it!
We call this area 6 Points, Texas. We have 6 different western streets that all meet in one central area.
What does the future look like to you now?
You know, I cannot predict even in seconds right now, and I can't predict even minutes right now. So that's why I don't know what will happen tomorrow and what will happen after.
At 6:15.
Are there security forces there to stop something like that happening?
We didn't see any indication of security forces there.
How you doing today, sir?
We are now entering Colonial Street. There are many famous houses here.
We were incredibly well planned. We have storyboarded it. We've talked about orders of shooting it, but we only have one night to shoot it.
If this were a feature, we'd shoot it in 5 nights, and then we'd come back and reshoot it again. So we have about 10 hours.
We're shooting in this square that is actually a big parking lot.
Normally, when we use this area, we will black out the valley below. But just look at what we've done. We've painted a huge backdrop, effectively blocking out the entire San Fernando Valley.
You know what? Universal's action-adventure tradition continues to this day, right here inside of Soundstage 50, where we're working on an as-yet untitled action film for release late next year. Now, this is a hot set.
How desperate, how petrified does an individual have to be to risk everything and just try to physically crush yourself on to the outside of an airplane, those images of people holding on to a U.S. Air Force carrier.
Okay, so I lied.
The scenes all come together in the movies. They look absolutely amazing.
So, makeup-wise, most of the research was dealing with the looks, particularly of the women.
As mentioned, Clarissa, your dress code has clearly changed here in the last days since the Taliban took over Kabul. Is it safe there? Is it less safe for you? Obviously, you're reporting from the street, but what are considerations right now for foreign journalists like yourself?
The men, for instance, have specific kinds of facial hair that they wear. They have a tendency to be very neatly cut, trimmed back, very short.
Normally, Kabul, it's still a conservative society. Women do wear the headscarf, but not quite as tightly as this. You might see them with some hair showing. You might see them wearing colors. You might see them wearing slightly more shapely silhouettes than I'm wearing in this abaya. Today, seeing a lot more burqas on the streets and far fewer women.
The women in Iran have a tendency these days to actually wear makeup. They don't all wear the veils or the full hijab.
And my presence soon creates tension.
Because of you.
They've just told me to stand to the side because I'm a woman.
We're having 400 extras for the crowd, so that'll be a challenge just to maneuver everybody around.
Then we rehearse the bottom part. There's so many elements to it that it's really confusing even for me, so we want to make sure we get it right.
Cut!
Action.
That's really the description coming from inside of Afghanistan. Clarissa, I was trying to have some women who are holed up there in Afghanistan on the show today, trying to book them on the show through an Afghan-American cousin who is here in the United States, but they're just too terrified. They're too terrified.
If doesn't quite fit the picture, we might move them to the back. If somebody particularly fits the picture better than others, we might move them to the front.
Pictures right now, scenes from the airport in Kabul, obviously the frenzy of people trying to get on planes there, but can people even get to the airport at this point?
Using CGI, filmmakers have been able to sink the Titanic, they've been able to bring dinosaurs back from extinction, and in the summer of 1999, they were even able to wake a mummy from an ancient curse.
People driving down the wrong side of the road. You had one American friend told me there were just scenes of chaos, this crush of people trying to get through, and then there was shooting. It's not clear whether the shooting was targeting somebody.
Rode on the trams, and I actually came to this set right here, and it was crazy to think.
Holy it's him.
Primary target is center.
We'll put the other extra soldiers in each truck.
They were able to transform the city. A camera, B camera, C camera, D camera. That was a bit of a grind, but we got it.
It's possible that you will see the Taliban enter the U.S. Embassy. Certainly, there's no real way at this stage to stop it.
No, because...
Hello, America!
I think for now the Taliban is happy for the airport to be under the purview of the U.S. for as long as those evacuations are going on.
That was only the first of 312 scenes that we have to shoot. Hey guys, okay, time is money. We're losing light. Back to one, okay? Back to one.
We have to be very careful. You know, it's hard to even talk about.
There's a logic to it that's just right. It's sad and it's final, but it's the right ending.
As we conclude the guided portion of our tour, we return to the upper lot of the studio.
Still, when you think of those images at the airport, you have to keep those in your mind. That is the other side of the coin here, the dark reality of the absolute bitter fear that is consuming so many Afghans.
Yeah, that's a movie. Oh, yeah.